The next question comes from Shara, who asks, who or what inspired you to start doing YouTube? See, that's hard. So I did have some, like, early inspirations of, like, videos that I watched back in the day, I guess, where I was like, oh, wow, you know, like, creating videos, that looks like a lot of fun, but at the same time, like, you know, even before YouTube was really a thing or popping off, because, you know, I'm older than YouTube, because YouTube didn't come out till 05, and even then, it didn't really start blowing up until, like, a couple years after that, towards the 2010s, so, you know, it's just one of those things where ever since I was a, you know, little kid, you know, my mom even has still like all these like different videos and pictures and drawings and such, where I've always just been a creative person. I love to create, whether we're talking music, drawing, acting, or, you know, just like making videos and stuff. Like, I've always just been into that. Like, she still has videos from, oh gosh, I don't even know what year it would have been. Sometime in the 2000s, I was still young, and I was always like reenacting scenes from like Kung Fu Panda, where I put like a, you guys know at the beginning of Kung Fu Panda when he's all dressed up in like his Dragon Warrior stuff with like the cape and the hat and all that, and like and his weapon and stuff, like I would literally like tie like a blanket around, you know, my neck, so then it looked like I have a cape, and put like a thing on my head and get like a rake so it looked like I had a, you know, like Japanese weapon and stuff like that. And as early as 2009, I remember like me and my cousins messing around and like making videos and post them into YouTube, and it was one of those things where we kept it a secret from our parents, because, you know, I'm sure they didn't want us doing it at the time, but yeah, so, you know, there was those videos, which I'm sure have probably since been deleted, but again, that was back in like 2009, and then just throughout the 2010s, I was constantly making new YouTube channels, just, you know, wanting to make content, whether that be, you know, using my iPod Touch to record, literally just record the screen. Obviously, I didn't have a capture card at the time. You know, like me and my buddy split screening, like, MW3 Survival, for example, or just making other videos of stuff like that, you know, trying to make like Minecraft Let's Plays, or just IRL videos like this, so like talking to the camera and stuff like that. Though if I could point out some YouTubers that I loved watching, you know, ever since like the earliest days of the site, obviously, you know, everybody's seen those Smosh videos, as well as like Force Fire 101. That was like one of my all-time most watched favorite YouTubers, constantly rewatching their content, watched him all the time back in the day, and he still makes content to this day, which is awesome. Essentially, he makes like stop motion Lego videos. My favorite ones are like the Lego Batman ones especially, but he also made a lot of live action stuff that I loved, like the Zombie Universe videos and the Craig series. The Craig series is one of those where, like, for somebody like me that's a bit older, the humor doesn't really, like, I don't know, stick out to me as being wrong or offensive in any way, but I could see that series in particular maybe just being offensive to some of the snowflakes online nowadays, but who cares? That series was always a lot of fun, and yeah, I don't know, it was such a different time for YouTube, and that's the essence that I try to recapture with my channel. It's just one of those things where I do have some inspirations and people that I watched back then. Obviously, then you have like all the Call of Duty YouTubers and stuff back in the day. Like, I love watching like Ali A and Syndicate, and then once you know, like Face Jeff started coming around, I loved watching like his Rage Dodges. And then like later on, I started watching Merc Music around like 2014. So I watched a lot of those Call of Duty creators back in the day, and then also just, you know, a lot of the other obvious ones like you know, Sky Does Minecraft or Stampy. I hate when I'm feeling under the weather because my memory kind of starts to fail me a bit. Like, there's obviously other creators that I'm forgetting to mention, but those are just like some of the ones that, you know, kind of come to my head at the moment. But yeah, you know, because the gameplay YouTubers didn't come till a bit later. Like, they were always there, but the gameplay side of YouTube didn't really start blowing up really until the late 2000s, early 2010s especially. So yeah, you know, a lot of my inspirations for YouTube really were just from those early days of people doing fun stuff like those stop motion videos or the live action videos or skits or stuff like that. And again, like I was saying before, I just that's kind of like the main thing that I've always wanted to do with this channel, just kind of harken back to those original days of, hey, you know, I don't care about views or this, that, or the other. I'm just here to make fun content and have a fun time, and hopefully help some of you have a better day, or smile or laugh in some way, or just entertain you somehow.